Hi everyone, this is Dr. Divya Bartaria once again in front of you with the topic Laws of Chemical Combination. Dear students, सबसे पहले हमारे लिए जानना बहुत इम्पॉर्टेंट हो जाता है कि हम लॉज ऑफ केमिकल कॉम्बिनेशन क्यों पढ़ें, क्या इम्पोर्टेंस है इसकी। तो इसके लिए हम सभी रिकॉल करें कि केमिस्ट्री में हम मैटर के कन्वर्जन की बात करते हैं। केमिस्ट्री इज द साइंस दैट डील्स विद द चेंज ऑफ matter from one form to the other form, and this change is accompanied by the combination of different types of matter, right? तो जब भी different types of matter का आपस में combination होता है, then certainly there are certain rules, क्योंकि जो भी नए substances का formation हो रहा है उनका एक specific form होता है, energy होता है, characteristics होती हैं। तो जब भी chemical combination हो रहा है तो कुछ rules govern करते हैं इसको, और इन्हीं rules को हम कहते हैं laws of chemical combination. So today we will be covering the laws of chemical combination, but हम आपके convenience के लिए, जिससे कि आप छोटे छोटे पार्ट में स्टडी करें इसको, हम आज एक ही लॉ स्टडी करेंगे, but let us see how many laws of chemical combination are there. So dear students, you can see here the first law is the law of conservation of mass. The second law is the law of definite proportions. The third law is the law of multiple proportions. Fourth law is the law of combining volumes, which is Gay-Lussac's law of gaseous volumes. And fifth law is Avogadro's law. So dear students, let us start with the first law, law of conservation of mass. So this law was actually given by French chemist Antoine Lavoisier in 1789. All of us know that matter can neither be created nor destroyed. And this law was experimentally verified by this physical scientist, Antoine Lavoisier. He was continuously performing the experiments और उन्होंने देखा कि मैटर का ना तो डिस्ट्रक्शन होता है ना उसका क्रिएशन होता है. That is, in all physical and chemical changes, there is no net change in mass during the process. So what I have written over here, that there is no net change in mass during the process, during the chemical process. Or in other words, we can say that during a chemical reaction, the sum of the mass of the reactants is equal to the sum of the mass of the products, right? So this is the law of conservation of mass. Let us understand this with the help of an example. अब इस example में अगर हम देखें, hydrogen combines with chlorine to give hydrogen chloride, right? H2 plus Cl2 gives 2HCl. Now in this particular case, we can see that 2 grams of hydrogen combine with 71 grams of chlorine in order to give 73 grams of HCl. Now what we are observing here, total mass of reactant 2 plus 71 comes out to be 73. So total mass of the reactants is equal to the total mass of the products, because product का mass यहाँ पर क्या है, 73 gram है. So what we observe here, that this is in agreement with the law of conservation of mass, which says that the mass of the reactants is equal to the mass of the products. Now let us consider another example. Now when hydrogen combines with oxygen, it gives water. Now you will also try to understand that there is an importance of balancing a chemical equation. या रिएक्शन जब भी आप लिखते हैं तो उसको आप बैलेंस करते हो, तो बैलेंस करने का इम्पोर्टेंस यही है जिससे कि आपको एक एप्रोप्रिएट मास मिले और जो भी रूल्स हम लॉज ऑफ केमिकल कॉम्बिनेशन उसको अप्लाई कर रहे हैं उसको परफेक्टली अप्लाई कर सकें. सो इन दैट वे वी कैन स्टडी द थिंग्स इन ऑर्डर whenever there is a chemical reaction occurring. So here in this case also, 2 into 2, that is 4 grams of hydrogen combined with 16 into 2, that is 32 grams of oxygen to give 2 into 18, that is 36 grams of oxygen. So dear students, you can see here in this case also, mass of reactants is equals to 36 grams and mass of the products is equal to 36 grams. So what we are observing here, total mass of the reactants is equal to total mass of the products. So hence this is in agreement with the law of conservation of mass. Now let us consider some problems. So this problem contains following statement. You can see 8.5 grams of sodium bicarbonate on reaction with 20 grams of acetic acid liberated 4.5 gram of carbon dioxide into atmosphere. Now what is the mass of residue left? So let us write down the statement or the problem in the form of an equation. So sodium bicarbonate, right, plus acetic acid, CH3COH, and we get carbon dioxide plus some residue. Now here everything has been given except the mass of residue. So 8.5 gram sodium bicarbonate, 20 gram acetic acid plus 4.5, it gives 4.5 gram of carbon dioxide. Now it has been asked what is the mass of residue. Now we can apply the same law, which is law of conservation of mass. Total mass of the reactants is equals to total mass of the products. So here you can see total mass of the reactants is 8.5 plus 20 is equal to M. M is the mass of the residue plus 4.5 is the mass of carbon dioxide. So in that way, M is equal to 24 gram. So this is in accordance with the law of conservation of mass. So I hope it is very much clear to everyone, dear students. Now let us consider another problem. In this problem also you can see how much oxygen will add with 36 gram of carbon. So carbon is going to react with oxygen. So we have to determine the mass of oxygen to give 132 grams of carbon dioxide, right? So C plus O2 gives CO2. Now we have to determine the mass of oxygen. So mass of carbon plus mass of oxygen is equal to mass of carbon dioxide. So here you can see what is the mass of carbon dioxide, 132. This is the mass of the product. And when we talk about mass of carbon, this is 36 gram, and we have to determine the mass of oxygen. So here we can very easily find out the mass of oxygen by applying the law of conservation of mass. Last problem is again the similar one. We can see when 0.0976 gram of magnesium was heated in air. So here magnesium is 0.976 gram and 0.1618 gram of magnesium oxide was produced. So Mg plus O2 gives MgO. So again mass of the reactants, Mg plus O2. So we know the mass of the reactant magnesium. This has already been given. And then magnesium oxide का भी आपको मास दिया हुआ है. And मुझे निकालना क्या है, ऑक्सीजन का कितनी रिक्वायरमेंट है वो डिटरमाइन करना है. So again we will apply the same concept. Total mass of the reactants is equal to total mass of the products. We have applied this formula, and then Mg plus O. So Mg is 0.0976 plus oxygen gives out 0.1618 gram of magnesium oxide. So dear students, in this way we are able to determine the mass of oxygen as well. So in this way we have covered today law of conservation of mass. As we have already discussed that there are 5 laws of chemical combination, and we have covered the first one. So thank you so much for today's attentive listening to my session. And in the next video, you will be watching the law of definite proportions, which is the second law. Thank you so much.